Hello, good day. How are you doing? Welcome back to Uncensored, the truth about money. Thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate it. So last week we started on a topic, Stokvels, right? And we sort of like touched the surface as to how does it work, what is it, what is it about, how do I, set up my own type of Stokvel or whatever, And this week we are talking about property Stokvels. I'm very interested on this one, bro. Tamzo.
Even me.
I feel like this is where the money is.
Even me. I want to know as well. I'm here to take notes, bro. I'm here to take notes.
I see you, bro. It's who's teaching who, yeah.
Dude, hey, we are teaching each other here. Eh? And I'm great, man. I know you.
Good to see you again.
Hey, likewise. Last week.
It's been long.
It's been a while. 7 days go fast.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
How does it work? Property
Stokvel. How does it work?
Yeah.
How does property Stokvel work? So property Stokvel, like as we said last time, with the like normal Stokvels. So it's a bunch of people. They come together for the sole purpose of enriching one another, right? Sure. So with a property Stokvel, it's no different. So property Stokvel, we all come together. We say, guys, we all want to own houses one day. So let's start this property Stokvel. So we all then write, set rules, how we're going to do this, who's going to own what, when, for how much, what I'm saying. And those are the guiding points, And then once that is done, all right, then, we look into setting up a formal institution where we all shareholders, equal shareholders, because that's my opinion, rather make you guys, if there's 4 of us, each one holds 25%, let's set up a company, and then from that company, we are able to basically buy properties, from there. Yeah.
So manje, let's say we buy this property, so now to pay it off must wait 20 years.
So there's different objectives, there's people who want to own houses. Let's say, for example, I live in a 2-bedroom or a bachelor pad, I want to get into a freestanding house. So I can't do it by myself. So I need you guys to help me out. So that's when we form these property, Stokvels, where one day I can own, a property of my own. Other people look into rental incomes. So they buy, let's say, apartments or flats from this property Stokvel, and then from that, obviously, it yields income. With that income, then we buy the other person,
So manje, hold on. So let's say we both want houses, ne? Okay, that's not. So we don't want to. So it's not business. We don't want to rent it out.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to own a place, right?
Yeah.
So we buy each other houses. So now we are paying for your house until straight, and then we come to me and pay for my property.
No. So, boss, you'd be dead by this. Yeah, because a bond is like, what, 20 years?
20 to 30 years.
No. So how it basically works is that we both take our, let's our financials or whatever, we go to the bank. So it's like a joint bond, for example.
Okay.
So we go to the bank, we apply. So we nominate, let's say you first, okay? Now we're starting off with buying Kyajunior a house. We go to the bank, all right, bank looks at both our affordabilities, all right? Or another thing is, remember we've got a pot, so you're contributing towards this pot. So let's say there's 10,000 rand in this pot, okay? So we go to the bank, listen, there's a pot already that we're generating that's accumulating 10,000 every month. These are our credit scores, these are our credit histories, and then we apply for a bond. So it'll be like a joint bond. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or you can be the sole title owner. So that's why there's different ways in terms of doing it. Yeah. So if Kyajunior wants a house for himself, we'll write down, okay, for this year, we'll do Kyajunior a house, all right? And then after 5 years, all right, once this pot obviously has grown as well, we'll get into, looking for a house for myself as well.
Yeah, what if I die before buying your house?
ask. There's more questions.
So now there's this other one, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like, but it's the same thing. Stokvel is almost like crowdfunding, right? So let's say we want to buy an apartment. So this is we want to rent out the apartment.
Yeah.
So we want to buy an apartment for 500,000 rands.
Yeah.
I get 5 guys, so
Yeah.
each contribute 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, right? And then we purchase that property,
Yeah.
and obviously rent it out because we want it for business.
Yeah.
And then after that, use or maybe then continue again doing the same thing and buying more properties, and obviously start like a real estate company.
Yeah.
Isn't it njalo? So how do you go about then doing that?
So that's it's basically the same principle as I said earlier on.
Yeah.
But now remember, now you've got rental income that's coming in.
Sure.
So you've got additional income that's contributing now towards this pool now.
Sure.
Because now remember, it's not just coming from our pockets now.
Yeah.
But now there's a property that's bringing money into this pool.
Yeah.
So then after, let's say, depending obviously on the amount that's being generated and what we want to buy, after let's say 2 or 3 years, we then look into buying someone else an investment property.
Yeah.
Ganjalo, ganjalo. So that's basically it. So it's just an extra source of income that's being brought into the pool.
So obviously coming from the rentals.
Yeah, from the rental
So
income.
now what happens when someone dies or when
You
a
did,
member-
boss. You did.
No, but what happens to the team? I think they see 5, we could
Yeah.
contribute 500,000. Now
Yeah. So that's why it's important to have set guiding points, right? To have contracts in place, because the property is not just a cell phone or whatever. Like, it's a huge thing. Now imagine if you've got your wife and 3 children living there, you pass away, and then we're like, nah, this Junior was part of the Stokvel, we're taking this house away. So that's why you have to have a will in place as a Junior. You guys have to have set guides to say that if someone passes away, this is basically what's going to happen. Are they going to sell the house and give the family money, or is this chunk coming to all the profits? Are they coming back into the pool again? So hence I say, there's different ways in terms of doing it, but what happens basically with the property when it dies, it's based on, like, when you guys start the Stokvel, okay, if someone dies, what happens to the property? Do we sell it and bring the money back? Do we sell it and contribute to the family's life being? So it's all dependent on the guiding points that when you start out with, that you follow.
And obviously, it's important to set the guidelines there from the beginning before anything happens, and obviously get people that have the same vision to say, if we are going to start a business, a rental business, it has to be that. And then in this case, then who holds then the title deed?
So that's it. So as I said, like in question, I think it was question 2. Either you hold the title deed if you want, if we agree all together that this property Stokvel is to enrich, how can I put it, is to enrich each member with a house. Then we can buy a house for Junior. Junior holds the title deed. Or we can all be title holders. So remember, you can have more than 2 title holders for
Okay.
a deed. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So in that case, then that's more like an investment property.
Yeah.
So there's 5 of us. We then contribute. Then the rental income contributes towards this pot,
Yeah.
and we keep buying properties, ganjalo. So that's part of wealth creation.
I hear you. So
Yeah.
obviously, we're almost out of time. So you've mentioned it already, but a few things. How do you then structure a property Stokvel?
All right, so you register a company, where all the all the members are shareholders. So that's important. And
Equal shareholders.
Equal shareholders. That's very important. What other people do is that they set up a trust. So a trust is a separate entity on itself. It's got its own guiding points. So if any of the members, let's say, they become bankrupt, or they're under judgment or sequestration, it doesn't affect anything that's happening within the trust. So
Okay,
the trust
okay.
is its own body.
Yeah,
So certain people do that. And then another thing as well is to do like a buy and sell agreement. So buy and sell agreement is an insurance, basically it's a life cover covering each other. Because remember, we've got a bond, ne? Let's say a bond here, 2 million at the bank. We're all shareholders. So let's say there's 4 of us. We all each have, you're entitled to 500,000, I'm entitled to 500,000 ganjal. So when Junior passes away, that life cover will then pay and cover Iskoloto Saka Junior.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So basically that's a buy and sell agreement. It's an insurance policy that basically squashes the loan when someone passes away or becomes disabled.
So obviously these are like what do you like nuggets that you can use to set up your own
but there's
constitution.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
Even NASA also has on their website. They also have ways.
And then for this one, the regulating authorities, is it still NASA
It's still
alone?
NASA, no, it's still NASA with this one, but but there's nothing. Let's say a property Stokvel. There's no regulations for that.
It's just Stokvel.
It's just a Stokvel. Yeah.
We are out of time. This
so
was
quick.
interesting. Yeah, right? So thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate it. Don't forget, we are uncensored _ the truth about money. You find us on YouTube as well as Instagram. And please note that this audio is also available on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast. So yeah, if you need more information about this, obviously we are more than happy to give it to you, especially when it comes to like regulating authorities such as NASA and all those guys. We were more than happy to give you that information. You can DM us on Instagram, and you can comment on YouTube. And we're also on TikTok. TikTok, finally, things are changing.
Hey, man.
Yeah?
2022.
2022. So TikTok, it's uncensored _ financial edu. So financial edu for education. So uncensored _ financial edu. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. Is there anything you done?
I'm good on myself. Let's buy properties, man.
Definitely. Buy for me first. We love you. Cheers.